Capricorn rising people are the workaholics of the zodiac. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and this is Chris Astrology. Today we'll be talking about Capricorn rising, their appearance, their personality and their relationship style. And so, let us get started. What does Marie Curie, Elizabeth II, and Zac Efron have in common? They are all Capricorn rising, the most workaholic sign of the zodiac. Capricorn rising people are ruled by Saturn, but one of the most negative and one of the most hardworking planets of the zodiac. So these people try to do their best to be successful and they work very hard. They can be seen as a little bit cold, but it's not true. They're pretty friendly people, but they're just very image conscious and they want to achieve the most they can. I have two close friends who are Capricorn risings and they have been working from a very young age and they're very attached to their jobs, and if they have some troubles in it, they become very emotional. For example, one of them went to work several times when he was very sick, and another one is just very workaholic as well, like he's going to grad school and he's working part-time at the same time, so he's very busy and he's very focused at his work. But these people often succeed in their job and usually they become very warm and friendly if you get to know them better. So I would not say that these people are cold, but just can sometimes appear that way. By knowing the rising sign of a person, they can predict how they will look like. Capricorn rising people usually look very mature and their faces can even sometimes be emotionless. They wear very conservative clothes, they prefer gray, green and brown colorful clothes, and they also like to wear sweaters. These people also look very mature, especially in a young age. They can look like they're in their 20s, in their teenage years, but it benefits them in older age, because in their 60s they can still look at this way in their 40s, and they would have very great health. Capricorn people, especially men, are very handsome and very successful looking. They have very strong bones, which usually don't break any bones at all during their lifetime. And they have very wide and straight teeth, so they usually don't need braces. So these people can look a little bit more official, but at the same time they also have very good health. And they usually live very long lives. Every sign has an opposite sign and an opposite axis of it, its descendant. Cancer is the descendant of Capricorn rising, and it can tell us what our people with Capricorn rising are in relationships like. Capricorn rising people are very conservative in their relationships and they want to get married and have a stable, committed, long-term relationship. They don't date around and they usually can even remain virgins until their marriage. So these people, usually very dominant in their relationships, would prefer being breadwinners. So it's not surprising that this sign has a lot of strong women in it, such as Marie Curie, Elizabeth II, and Elizabeth I. People who were women, but they still were able to provide for themselves. It didn't need a man to take care of them. But all Capricorn rising people like to be seen as strong. They sometimes like to be vulnerable with their partner. So people with Cancer placements can be very good partners for Capricorn rising people, because these people would be able to accept them for who they are, and Capricorn rising could be able to show their true emotions to their partner, because they would like to be loved and appreciated for who they are, without proving themselves to be successful all the time. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe. Any feedback I'm getting from you is very important to me. You can also book a reading for me in my Etsy store or in my PayPal. And I hope to see you all soon in my video about Aquarius rising. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.